low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Brian Giles with Brian Giles MTG. And hoo-ha, we're here with more Innastrad Remastered spoilers. Hoo-ha, we've got some really exciting spoilers so far. So first up is Burning Vengeance. A red and 2 for an enchantment that reads, whenever you cast a spell from your graveyard, enchantment deals 2 damage to any target. Well, we've seen a lot of stuff come back from the graveyard. Yeah, a lot of graveyard love here going on. This could be a problem. Next up, we have Faithless Looting. Not surprised to see that here. Red mana for a sorcerer that reads, draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. And it comes with a flashback of a red and 2. So hoo-ha. We have Fiery Temper. 2 red and 1 for instant that reads, deals 3 damage to any target with a madness cost of a single red mana. So if you discard this card, you can discard it into exile and cast it from exile for its madness cost of a single red mana. So, hoo-ha. And speaking of instants and sorcery cards, here's good old Everybody Hates Thermo Alchemists. So a red and 1 for a 0/3 human shaman with Defender. Tap it to deal 1 damage to each opponent. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, untap this creature. We have we've gone over through the breach already. But here is the poster frame of that. And again, everything is clearly legible. Casting cost, abilities, what it does. It's not all jumbled up. It's clear, it's visible, and it evokes, the actual card image. So I'm, like I said, not unhappy with this. So, Ghoul Tree. I really like this. I'm not unhappy with it. I have, a tree folk deck, or what I call Mirkwood Forest, is spiders and trees, but it seems like it's a beefy green and 7, but it's a 10/10. This spell costs 1 generic less to cast for each creature card in your graveyard. So green, caring a lot about cards in your graveyard. We got Hermit Druid, which is a green and 1 for a 1/1 human druid, so that you can pay a green and tap it to reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a basic land card. Put that card in your hand. All other cards revealed this way into your graveyard. Well, that goes right along with the Ghoul Tree we just saw. So, hoo-ha. Or graveyard love. And here is the poster frame to it. And again, everything here is visible. It's very clear about with casting cost, what it does. Really liking it. Then we have Noose Constrictor. So for a green and 1, you get a 2/2 snake with reach. You can discard a card, and it gets +1/+1 till end of turn. Again, you know, especially if you're playing with some graveyard recursion stuff going on, and you want to put stuff in your graveyard, yeah. Then we have Splinter Fright, and again, with all of that graveyard love, we got Splinter Fright for a green and 2 for a star elemental with trample. Power and toughness is equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. At the beginning of your upkeep, mill 2 cards. So again, recursion strategy, putting cards in your graveyard. Lots of synergy here. I'm really loving it. You know, the synergies going off with the insects, with the graveyard stuff. We got Tireless Tracker. So green and 2 for a 3/2 human scout. Landfall, whenever land you control enters, investigate, and whenever you sacrifice a clue, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. So, you know, this could be, you know, for your clue decks and everything, you know. And it comes in a full art version as well, which is very nice looking, actually. We've got travel preparations. So a green and 1 for sorcerer rates, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures, and you can flash it back for a white and 1. So this works very well in your +1/+1 counters decks. We have Arlen Court. Now I'm really pleased that this version of Arlen is the one they chose for this set, because this is arguably the best of the Arlens. So, a red, a green, and 2 for a 3 loyalty legendary planeswalker Arlen. Till end of turn, up to 1 target creature gets +2/+2, gains vigilance and haste. 0 loyalty, create a 2/2 wolf creature token and transform Arlen Court. Which flips her over into her werewolf form, which has a +1/+1, a +1 loyalty of creatures you control get +1/+1, gain trample till end of turn, or -1 loyalty and deals 3 damage to any target, and you can transform her back to her other side. Or a -6 loyalty, you get an emblem with creatures you control have haste, and tap it to have it deal damage equal to its power to any target. So I like this version of Arlen, really, really like it. And she comes in this very nice looking werewolf frame. I love this. I love the choice here. This version of Arlen has to be the best choice for this. bar none. I want I want this version of Arlen. Blade Stitch Scab. Good choice for a zombie collection. A blue and a black for a 2/3 zombie soldier. With other zombies get +1/+0. So kind of a zombie lord. Low cost. Good stats. I'm saying there's another win. Blood Tithe Harvester, yet another win in terms of vampires. So for a black and a red, you get a 3/2 vampire. When it enters, you create a blood token, and you can tap it and sacrifice this creature. It gets X minus. Target creature gets -X till end of turn. X is twice the number of blood tokens you control. Activate only as a sorcery. Excuse me. This, out of Crimson Vow, this is one of the most, in terms of, like blood tokens, this thing is really, really good. Then we have the Flesh Taker, which has been kind of a staple in some life gain decks. So for a white and a black, you get a 2/2 human assassin. Whenever you sacrifice another creature, gain a life and scry 1. Pay 1 and sacrifice another creature. This creature gets +2/+2 till end of turn. The Grizzly Ghoul. It's a black, a green, and 2 for a 4/3 zombie bear with trample. This creature enters with a +1/+1 counter on it for each creature that died this turn. So again, more synergy with graveyard recursion, all that good stuff. Join the Dance, another popular card. These Selesnya colors are slapping, with this. So for a green and a white, create 2 1/1 white human creature tokens, and you can flash it back for a green and white and 3. Got Maelstrom Pulse, which is, I'm not surprised to see this removal in here. So a black, a green, and 1. Sorcerer raise destroy target non-land permanent and all other permanents with the same name as that permanent. We have Markov Waltzer. A red, a white, and 2 for a 1/3 vampire with flying and haste. During combat in your turn, up to 2 target creatures you control get +1/+0 till end of turn. We've gone over Tameo. Good old Gitrog monster. Again, more of the graveyard recursion love. So a black, a green, and 3 for a 6/6 legendary frog horror with death touch. Maybe your upkeep. Sacrifice the Gitrog monster unless you sacrifice a land. You play an additional land on each of your turns. Whenever one or more land cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere, draw a card. And again, it comes with a poster frame, which really, 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 it really slaps for me. Then we have Vile Spawn Spider, which is a green and blue for a 2/3 spider with reach. If your upkeep, mill a card. Pay a green and blue and 2 and tap it and sacrifice this creature. Create a 1/1 green insect creature token for each creature card in your graveyard. Activate only as a sorcery. And that goes along with the insect love you get with the blue. So, you know, spiders and insects, you know, more synergy there. We got Wandering Mind. So for a blue, a red, and 1, you get a 2/1, a horror. This creature enters, look at the top 6 cards of your library, and reveal a non-land card from among them. Put it into your hand. Put the rest of the bottom of your library in a random order. So, hoo-ha. You have Wretched Griff. For a beefy 7 generic, you get a 3/4 Eldrazi Hippogriff that you can has an emerge cost of a blue and 5. When you cast this spell, draw a card, and it has flying. So a 3/4 flying Eldrazi Hippogriff that you can, when you cast it, you can draw a card, and it has emerged to kind of reduce the casting cost of this. And finally, we have Butcher's Cleaver. 3 generic for artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +3/+0. As long as the equipped creature is a human, has lifelink, and equip it for 3. And you're not surprised, you can put this pairs off with the Meat Hook Massacre we saw in the previous video. In the first video. So, yeah. Again, kind of a thematic synergy here. I'm not unhappy. Well, that's it for the cards for today. We're going to say hoo-ha. We'll see you on the next Innastrad Remastered video.